Boss, welcome home.
She, refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English. She never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay. She can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. Now, we don't think she's contagious, but some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
Side op completed.
I hope you keep that woman locked up, boss.
Analysis complete. Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Looks like you've gotten used to working with Quiet. I don't see a problem with giving her some new weapons. I've already talked it over with the R&D team.
Unit function added.
Being a scout sniper, there are two tasks you can give Quiet. The first is to infiltrate an outpost ahead of you and scout out the enemy's positions. The second is to send her to a sniping position and have her cover your infiltration. The kind of sniper support she'll provide will depend on the weapon you give her. Of course, this is all assuming she's willing to follow orders.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Commencing. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment point. Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker removed.
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
Fire!
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Skate!
Analysis
Fire.
complete.
Skate!
Dit is uur 4. Vijandige scherpschutter verloren. Registreren. Word. Dat is CP, begrijp. Lay off your
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point. The map has been updated.
CP, dat belt de toer. Ik vraag dit hier van het regelmaat. Ik heb nou net zijn lijk opgespoord. Word. Dat is CP, begrijp. Scherpsecurity in punt die aanbrengen. Uit.
Fire!
Analysis complete.
CP, begrijp. Pas defensieve posities en zoek die sniper. Uit. Alles gespannen, de CP. Advance positie.
Okay, subject is in.
Advance positie.
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like.
CP, staat erin. Wordt er zo'n handvol. Jullie rolgevallen steenversterkers. Alliëren, dit is CP. Basis tot basis.
Analysis complete.
Fire!
Manier om te bel voor de versterkers van alle punten van onze aanvlieg. Schop vast en hoi uit met wat jij hebt. Uit!
Another one down. Down for the next. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss.
Dat is geen manier om te bel voor de versterkers van alle punten van onze aanvlieg. word en punt hulle uit.
Great. No targets remaining. Your objective's complete. Infiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Updated and updated.
Chef, is er een team? Moet het geluid verliezen voor nodig maken? Alle eenheden, dit is CSP. Basis ter basis, radio
Please
netwerk is
select
af.
a deployment
Daar is geen
point.
manier om te plannen.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Fire!
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The
Please.
chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, we were right. Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditati to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mvinda oil field. So soonn was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport. Apparently, there's a distribution network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep.
Mission
Boss,
list
the
updated.
intel team has come back with its report following its investigation into PF logistics. Cypher has to be involved with this distribution network somehow. One thing in particular caught my eye. A convoy that regularly crosses the Savannah. On paper, it's just mined resources going to the government, but the security's much too heavy. At the very least, it's worth checking out.
Specify
Take a look at the mission.
Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Select unit. Staff dismissed. 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 Caution, rain approaching. Select unit. Staff dismissed. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Mission not accepted. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
Please select a deployment point.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment point. The map has been updated.
Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him.
Analysis.
Keep your guard up.
Fire!
Hey, that was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss.
Please select a deployment point. Clouds approaching.
Всем боевым группам, это кафе! На нас напали! Все подразделения занять боевые позиции! Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по противнику! Прием! Это твой ID! Он понял! Подготовка к минометному огню! Конец связи!
Please select a deployment point. Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Mission complete. Great work.
Please select a deployment. Please select a deployment point. Has infiltrated our map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis.
That's the target.
Complete.
I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a land support helicopter requested. Side op completed.
You gonna extract him?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Все огневые силы против вражеского вертолета. Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Выступили с воздух противника. Все боевые единицы приготовиться к бою. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. units approaching. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Boss, your objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. They should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment point.
Dee makes a pretty good partner, huh, boss?
Too early to say.
Yeah? Just seeing him come back makes me real proud.
What breed is he? He's not a husky.
You're right. Siberian Husky is a cross between a Spitz-type dog and a wolf. I think Dee might have some wolf blood in him, too. He isn't just smart. He's also shown remarkable judgment. If he doesn't do what you want him to...
You've reached the guard post. Where's the escort unit?
And he's steady under fire. Remember, he's no lapdog. But learn his strengths, and you'll understand each other soon enough. You'll make one hell of a team.
Ocelot. Why'd you take it upon yourself to train him?
Why?
Yeah.
Analysis complete.
When's the last time you heard a wildcat raising a dog?
I have an eye for him. I knew at first glance he'd make the right partner for you.
Huh.
And I figured it was about time he got out into the world.
So you passed him off on me.
There, you see? I knew you liked him.
I don't know about that yet. I still think he's trying to figure me out, too.
I'll spend some more time with him. You'll see how helpful he can be.
What about you?
I prefer to work alone.
Ocelots don't hunt in packs.
Analysis
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm glad you like him. Dee really taken to you, too. And to going on your walks. Don't be shy about taking him with you in the future.
I'll think about it.
The escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post.
Guard post captured. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Please select a drop point.
Does that guard post have any clues that'll lead us to the target? Take a look around. We found an intel file.
Updated.
Perfect, boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon.
Don't
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
talk. Spit it out.
Where is she? You mean quiet? In her cell, of course.
Why did you send her out with the boss on that mission?
She proved herself well enough, didn't she? Boss sure knows talent when he sees it.
That woman will never be one of us. She's targeting him.
Don't forget, we do owe her one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember what happened when she first got here? She shot down the aircraft Cypher sent after us. Not only that, she hit the cockpit. Who else could have done that? We're talking about a fighter jet traveling at Mach speed.
What's your point?
If she hadn't been there, the boss's chopper would be at the bottom of the ocean right now. Or it would have been followed right back to Mother Base. So let's say she does have some elaborate scheme in the works. If you want to catch her in the act, all we can do is sit back and wait. On the other hand, if she swears allegiance to the boss like our other Fulton recruits, he couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's got you fooled.
I have eyes on her. If she tries anything, she'll regret it. We lose nothing either way.
Marker placed.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod belt for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it.
It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker,
Boss, get down.
featured a second.
The enemy sniper.
That one was
Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Please
She
select
tried to
a
recreate the
deployment.
boss's personality through the mammal pod. But you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity. A hybrid of the reptile and the mammal.
Buddy
It sank to
has
the bottom of
been
Lake
updated
Nicaragua
and
with
not
Peace
been
Walker.
updated.
But
There they are. The escort unit's armored vehicles.
To that
Is the
last.
target with them?
Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Where are your friends?
Analysis complete.
Zie me de stad op 4. Het is ongeval. City.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Please select a deployment point.
You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered...
There they are. The escort unit's armored vehicles. Is the target with them?
The Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, man of Sahel.
Development
And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before
You
Australopithecus.
captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted. That truck is the target. Extract it out of the mission area. You can also drive it out of the hot zone yourself.
Between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher.
Sahelanthropus is the
Skulls.
that I
If these bastards are pulling guard duty,
What do you mean?
that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
I'm not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry, real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research, but I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. I've heard that an American...
You defeated the Skulls. I can't believe you took those things out. Now you just have to extract the target.
It happened over 10 years ago, and the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
Leave the mission area by chopper or by land.
Even to others in his field, his age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip.
That's digitalis. It's toxic, but it can also be used as medicine.
It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
To be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work. Search the truck you recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, this is an emergency.
Mission list
We had two
updated.
intel team agents undercover at the PF, Contract Forces of Africa. The CFA have captured them both. They don't have long to live. You've got to get them out of there ASAP.
Specify a project.
This means Cypher might be getting wind of our existence. We may need to move more cautiously from now on. I just hope this incident has nothing to do with them. I've added the details to your mission list. Don't let him down, boss.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Commencing platform construction. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Our intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck.
Please select
The PF was transporting 2 things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt.
Please select
Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt.
Updated.
However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago. But you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out?
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open.
That about sums it up.
Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
I'll let you know when it's done.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
Talk.
The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest.
Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Section arrived at You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Now, rescue the other target.
Enemy
Head for
presence
Kaziba camp.
detected. The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point.
Boss, our man you extracted gave us all the intel he could.
The map
Now
has
we know
been
exactly where our other agent is being held captive. And
Analysis.
he brought back intel on the CFA.
Analysis.
Guy deserves a raise. Check it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated. The map has been updated.
Thank you. I'll never forget this.
Object is in.
Complete.
Gazebo Camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Geen teken van die ontsnapper. Geen inspectie. 3A. Kanselleer die zoektocht en keer terug naar jouw post.
Analysis complete.
Zitten de Zulu hier. Ons is onderscoord. Knaldempers op wapens. Geen scoorde gehoor. Oor. Er is CPF, begrijp. Alleen meer gewaarschuwd. Die vijand krijgt werkgevers. Punt, hulla. Uit.
Analysis complete.
Boss, we've picked up some movement. The squad is on its way to Gazebo Camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements. Whatever's about to happen, you need to get the target out now.
Dat zit weer, begrijp. 20 vijand sniper is. Pas op mee. Uit.
That's him. That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Analysis complete.
Hands on his Speak.
The map has been updated.
Alle schade. Stel maar tijd afgegaan. Lijkt zoals een probleem met die krachtbom.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Kijk naar die krachtstelsel.
Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
They kept saying the disease was her fault. Just shouting at me. Over and over.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I'm saying, hearing me? The poor bastards from Massa Village will bleed you all dry for this.
Zitten de Zulu 6. Vijandige scouts met de verhoor. Blijf erin. Er is CPF, begrijp. Blijf op je hoede. Uit. CPF, de Zulu 7. De krachtstelsel is gemobiliseerd. Nog geen manier om het te werken te krijgen.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Er is CPF, begrijp. Scherpsecuriteiten in punt die indrukken. Uit.
This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Er is CPF, begrijp. Alle eenheden. Wat voor gemoedelijke indrukken zijn. Uit.
Confirmed extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs, thank you. Warning! Flawless work. You never cease to amaze
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, one of the job offers we received concerns me.
Mission list
There's a PF
updated.
commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake. And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Cypher's attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
There's 6 targets. Our contract is to kill them all. And the client is the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. Check a VI on your iDroid for more information.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we check them against the impurities found in the copper ore, the
it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining 2 sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass-produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel-type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced...
That's Bump Heavy Plantation. The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake?
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, ZRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa. But how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information.
Shinkalobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkalobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkalobwe.
The 6 targets are at Bump Heavy Plantation and Kungenga Mine. Locate them, and then eliminate them. That's Bump Heavy Plantation.
Detected.
The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
Clouds approaching.
Shinkalobwe. They're the U.S. bought it. Shinkalobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium. They even sent us. That's how good it's uranium. With that, the Shinkalobwe uranium just hearing its name, but all the uranium's dried up. And
so someone...
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his taste somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? Maybe getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite. Meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out.
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
Talk. The map has been updated.
Hey, kan je me Afrikaans verstaan? Wel, goed vir my. Was jy ons by die seevaart?
Help nie om daarop te kla nie. Unite kan nie eens sy manne betaal nie.
your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alles gespannen, das Schiff hier. Vijandige aanval in actie. Alle eenheden. Terug.
The 6 targets are at Bampevi Plantation and Kungenga Mine. Locate them, and then eliminate them.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide.
That's Bampevi Plantation. The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
Phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words.
The 6 targets are at Bampevi Plantation and Kungenga Mine. Locate them, and then eliminate them. That's Bampevi Plantation. Targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
Clouds approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete.
Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. Get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. Our contract is to eliminate the target.
Analysis complete. Outpost captured.
contract was to kill the target, but I'll go with your decision. 5 targets remaining. Head to the Kubienka mine.
Has been updated. Please select a deployment point.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes. A warning? Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that. I never said any of that. The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Aspire to one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher. Of all the stupid things you could do, they'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. Deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Analysis complete.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation.
Analysis
It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population,
You've reached the mine. 5 targets are being held captive at that outpost. The VI on your iDroid will show you where they are.
Shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks. The CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off.
Complete.
Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The east bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, Groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs.
Five of the targets should be at the Kugenga mine. Find them.
You have arrived at your destination. Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Will clear shortly.
Where are your friends?
Hier is Delta 6. Vijandige scoutschip verloren. Leger hier. Voor. Reserveer, begrijp. Lay off your rudder. Uit. Schip hier. Hij is aangevallen. Onze waarschijnlijk moet ik het nog
Analysis complete.
Reserveer, begrijp. Het kan een vijandige aanval weer. Alieneren, wakker weer. Uit.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Outpost captured. Plant expansion complete. Development project has been added.
You know what to do. lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cos? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. Now, for the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring him back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream.
Extraction arrived.
You'll have to lead the kids. Doesn't look like he can walk.
Info has been
You're still gonna help him.
has been updated.
Boss, if even one of those kids die, the mission's a failure. Be careful. You're those kids' only support out there. You need to give them orders. Lead them to the objective area. But they won't hear you if you're too far away from them. Keep that in mind.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Give me back up! It's longer!
Stay okay.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Analysis complete.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Please select a deployment point. Analysis complete.
Stop!
Enemy presence defined. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Come on.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The chopper will be arriving any minute.
Requested.
Hurry to the RV.
Please select a deployment point.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Caution, main approaching. arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been... Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. With a little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
Chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.